There is an abundance of tomatoes coming out of my mama's garden, so today I'm going to take you through a really quick 15-minute dinner idea using a ton of tomatoes. Welcome back to the Silly Kitchen. Today, let's make some delicious, quick pasta for your dinner tonight. And we're gonna use a lot of simple ingredients, but it's gonna be super delicious, super flavorful, and you're cooking from scratch. So let's go ahead to the stovetop and we're gonna get started. The first thing I am doing is getting my pan nice and warm and adding a generous amount of olive oil to the bottom, where I am going to saute up some thinly sliced onions and some minced garlic. Once those onions and garlic have cooked down a little bit, this is where I'm just going to throw in all of those garden tomatoes into the pan, and we're doing this on medium-high heat. I'm going to put the cover on it as well to keep all of that moisture in there as it cooks so that my tomatoes get all nice and soft. While this is all happening in the pan, this is a good time to bring your water to a boil and cook out your noodle. Any noodle pasta will do for this dish: penne, rigatoni, rotini, whatever works for you. It's going to take about 8 to 10 minutes for those tomatoes to get nice and soft. So this is a good time, like I said, to get your pasta nice and cooked, and we just kind of wait around at this point. Or you can do a little bit of cleanup from your onions and your cutting board and your knife. That's good too, because we're just waiting now. When we open our saucepan, those tomatoes should be nice and soft, and you should see the skins kind of break open. Now, you can use a potato masher, you can use any kind of a spatula with slits in it, and we're gonna smash up these tomatoes. Now, if they are still hard, do not force it. You do not want to squirt tomato juices all over your face or anywhere. So don't force it. If they haven't cooked out yet, close the lid. Maybe give it a little more heat and let those cook out. Just smush them gently if they are soft. We're gonna go ahead and add some seasoning, salt and pepper, really great here. We've got that onion and garlic already giving us so much aroma. Now, when your pasta is done cooking to your liking, do me a favor here, please do not strain it out of the pot into a strainer. Get a spider strainer or a ladle of sorts and scoop those noodles out with a little bit of that water going into our saucepan. Now, that pasta water is gonna help us get a little bit of that creamier, thicker sort of sauciness going on in the pan, so this is super important. Once we have all the noodles in there, give it a nice stir, and you're gonna wanna use a couple of ladles or spoonfuls of that pasta water as we continue to cook out and reduce that down, because you're gonna notice it is gonna give us that creamier richness in that sauce that's not even really a sauce because it's just tomatoes and oil and flavor. Then we're gonna add a sharp cheese, Parmesan, Asiago, whatever kind of cheese that you like, but I would definitely recommend a harder, sharp cheese for this because we're gonna put it right into our sauce dish, and it's gonna again add to that creaminess of this pasta. This is a great time if you have a stirring obsession to sort of keep mixing this pasta and adding more pasta water if you feel like it needs it. Not only is this a great way to use up those fresh tomatoes, but it is a quick 15-minute meal that you can make any night of the week. It does not take a ton of effort. It takes a little bit of chopping, putting together, and watching that saucepan. This is also a great base pasta if you want to load more veggies in there. Spinach would be great, peas, any other kind of vegetable that you might have in the refrigerator would work really well. And if you want to add a little bit of protein, if you've done some chicken meal prep earlier, add that in there. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me on the Silly Kitchen for this super quick pasta dinner. I hope that if you have some tomatoes in your fridge, you give it a try. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon. I better have a bite before it gets cold.